Jupiter's Legacy. I actually thought this was going to be a movie, but it's actually a series. It's actually part one, season one in a series, starring Josh Duhamel. I think I said that correctly. You might remember him. He did Las Vegas, a TV show about the two guys, kind of sort of detectives. They worked for the Las Vegas, I want to say mob. They never really explained what the guy was. He was a tough guy that ran the casino and they worked for him. They were like his guys. He also did Transformers, and he was married to Fergie for a while, for 3 or 4 years or something like that. How many of us can say that? We were married to Fergie for 3 or 4 years. Not a lot of people can say that. Anyway, this movie is another take on the Superman character. You've got a lot of different ideas of a different or a better Superman. A lot of them. I could list a bunch of them, but every major comic book and cartoon superhero type deal has got their Superman type character. He's the pinnacle of comic book heroes, and he plays, Josh plays the Utopian, a comic book Superman type guy. He's about 200 years old. He gained superhuman abilities. He was born during, right before the Depression. He has a business with his family during the Depression that goes under, of course. So, makes him a little wacky. A few other things happen to him. He goes crazy and ends up gathering a bunch of people. He starts getting visions. So he gathers a bunch of people together from the vision and takes them out to essentially the middle of the ocean. And he goes out there because he thinks he should. He's got these visions and he thinks he should do it. So he does it. Gets these people together. He pays them. One guy he gives 6 months salary to up front. I mean, just different things. He gets these people to come with him. They go onto this island. The island has a doorway. In that doorway, if you pass through it, you enter into, I don't want to say another dimension, but you're like teleported to another world. Jupiter, I would imagine. So they're going onto another planet, and on that planet they are given superhuman abilities. They have to pass a couple of tests, of course. There's always tests. But they pass the test and they get these superhuman abilities. One thing that I noticed is that there were 6 of them. There were other groups of 6 people, like Romans, Maori. I don't know how they knew they were Maori. Romans and Maori and different stuff like that, that had gone there but did not achieve these the desired results to get the superhuman powers. Man, so they didn't get the powers. But these guys did. Josh and his buddies did. So to get the superhuman abilities, they're all super strong, super fast, extremely long-lived. They're essentially invulnerable, and they can fly. And then each one of them has like slightly different powers. Like one of them's got electrical light type powers. Another one has an incredibly powerful brain that allows him to do telepathy and all that kind of stuff. Josh himself is like Superman, so his strength is way beyond anybody else. He has 2 children, and those children, they've got family problems. Crazy family problems. And they don't get along, but they also have superhuman abilities. With these superhuman abilities, one of them decides he's going to be a superhero because he's going to be the next Utopian, their version of Superman. So he's essentially Superboy. But he's not really that good at being a superhero, and other people know that he's not that good at being a superhero. Even with these powers, they're like, you're not your father. They know he's his father's son. So there's a guy called Black Star who is a immensely powerful guy, incredibly strong, stronger than them for some reason, and he just about kills their version of like the Justice League. The son ends up killing him instead. So that makes a lot of people say, well, if the threat is that big, shouldn't you kill? Because if you think about it, if you're in the military, your job is to protect your country. But the military kills. If you're a police officer, your job is to protect your town, your city, your state, whatever. They have the ability to kill. How come the superheroes who are fighting supervillains who will kill you can't kill? So that becomes a big topic for the first season. It was okay. It pulled me in enough that I was curious what's going to happen next season. This season was not incredible. I didn't look at it and call my friends and was like, man, are you watching this? I didn't do that. But I did sit there and I watched every episode. I ate my popcorn, I drank my juice, and I watched it. I enjoyed it. Wasn't great, but I enjoyed it. I dig superhero shows, so this was good. So good that I am going to give Jupiter Legacy 7 bags of popcorn. I might have to start doing halves because this was almost a 6.5, but I'm going to give it a 7. 7 bags of popcorn because that's what I think about that. But more importantly, have you seen it? What do you think about that? Let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.